Welcome, everyone, to this most exclusive engagement, our Donut Speakeasy. The password for tonight's event, dough, as in money. Tonight, I promise you unforgettable takeaway information. I promise you prizes and surprises that will delight. And if we are very lucky, we will also get to see the dance of Doughmocracy. This is a joint fundraiser with Field Team 6, whose motto is Registered Democrats Save the World, and our new partners, Donuts and Democracy. We've known the power of campus voter drives since our founding in 2019, but Donuts and Democracy have discovered how to turbocharge drives. With Donuts, this really is a partnership made in heaven. We're excited to tell you all tonight about the work we'll be doing together to register Democrats. Our goal for this evening is to raise $5,000. Jason, can you share your screen and show us the donut wheel o dough? We're gonna fill this up as we go. Jason? Jason? Can you share your screen and show us the wheel o dough?
I sure can.
That's great. There it is. Okay. So as we go, we're going to fill up that gray donut with icing on the right, just like that. So every little slice is worth how much, Jason?
$250.
$250. So we get to leave one up right now because before the event started, we had over 250. It was like 295. So that counts. We're going to put that up there right now. All right, you can take that down. Oh yeah, send up some donuts for that. All right, great. Let's fill that donut wheel of dough up. I was supposed to raise a glass of milk, but I decided to go with rye whiskey instead. So, did each of you bring your favorite donut? Do not eat it yet. You are going to need it in a bit. So just salivate for now. Okay. Let's kick off the evening by introducing the founder of Field Team 6. You just saw him share his screen. My donut-loving friend, Jason Berlin.
That's right. Body by Donuts. Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much, Donuts and Democracy, for partnering with us. You are amazing. Love your work. Love your donuts. A little bit about Field Team 6. We started just after the 2018 midterms. And since early 2019, we have helped deliver 8.3 million new voters, Democrats and independents, the vast majority in the swing districts and swing states where we need them most. Field Team 6's mission is Register Democrats, Save the World. That has been our mission since the beginning. That's what we do every day. We are the only national organization laser focused on partisan voter registration and doing it every day of every year. We do it in all the ways. Our goals for this year are to not just flip the House decisively, but to also flip the Senate. Because if not now, when? And it's not only that we need to, we also can. This is something that is absolutely doable if we as activists do everything that we possibly can do. We learned a lot from the 2024 election. The biggest learning we had from that is that warm touches are more effective. Warm touches, whether it's email or text or postcard, however you can reach out and personalize it, it makes it better. That's why we're doing a massive push to expand our in-person drives that this is part of. Face-to-face will always be the most effective form of communication. And what kind of touch could be more warm than handing someone a fresh donut? None is the answer to that. So now I'd love to learn a little bit about a partner organization, Donuts and Democracy, whose mission is to increase young voter registration and turnout by providing donuts and sometimes pizza to pro-democracy, pro-choice student organizations.
Return to the Mac. Get up what it is, what it does, what it is, what it isn't. Looking for a better way to get up out of bed instead of getting on the internet and checking a new hit. Me get up. First shot, come strut walking. A little bit of humble, a little bit of cautious. Somewhere between like Rocky and Cosby's for the game. Nope, nope, y'all can't copy up. Glad moonwalking, and this here is our party. My posse's been on Broadway, and we did it all way. Chrome music. I shed my skin and put my bones into everything I record to it. And yeah, I'm on. Let that stage light go and shine on down. Got that Bob Barker suit game and Plinko in my style. Money, stay on my craft and stick around for those pounds. But I do that to pass the torch and put on for my town. Trust me, on my INDEPENDENT shit hustling. Chasing dreams since I was 14 with the 4-track bustin'. Halfway across that city with the back crush shit. Labels out here, now they can't tell me nothing. We give that to the people, spread it across the country. Labels out here, now they can't tell me nothing. We give it to the people, spread it across the country.
Here we go back, this is the moment. Tonight is the night, we'll fight till it's over. So we put our hands up like the ceiling can't hold us. Like the ceiling can't hold us. Here we go back, this is the moment. Tonight is the night, we'll fight till it's over. So we put our hands up like the ceiling can't hold us. Like the ceiling can't hold us.
Oh my God, is that not fun? Do you not want to eat a donut? Do not eat it yet. Do not wait for it. Heather Haggerty is an attorney, a mom, and now an organizer. After Trump was elected in 2016, she realized that voting was not enough and began to volunteer with grassroots organizations and campaigns. In October 2024, after watching traditional strategies fail with young voters, Heather and her Gen Z daughter launched Donuts and Democracy. You just saw what happened in their video. Now meet its powerhouse founder, Heather.
Hi, everyone. It's so nice to be here with you. By the way, I just love seeing that video. And it's because it just like it hits me so much that when we invest in young people, they show up and they turn out. The only reason we had a blue wave in 2025 was because of young people. They were the only group to swing left. So I'm excited to tell you about how I came to Donuts and Democracy. It was kind of an accident after years of doing organizing, and a friend asked me if I would do poll watching at the University of Nevada, Reno during early voting during the 2022 midterms. And I spent all day at the University of Nevada, Reno in the student union, watching students come in, asking questions. Could they register to vote? What could they do if they were from a different county? What did they do if they couldn't find their mail-in ballot? And I started to wonder about all the kids who weren't coming in to the polling location who had the same questions. I also noticed something else. I noticed that there were volunteers my age and older who were working hard with clipboards to try to get young people registered to vote, but the students kept walking. So that night, I called my kids who were both in college, and I said, I want to go back tomorrow and see if I can help get these kids registered to vote. But I'm worried that they won't talk to me. What should I do? And they both said together, take donuts. And I was like, what? And they were like, take donuts. And they were like, college kids love donuts. So the next day, I went back with a ton of donuts. And in an hour and a half, I helped over 100 students get registered to vote and make a plan to vote. Now, if you've ever phone banked or canvassed, you know that if you talk to one person an hour who needs your help, that's actually huge. So to talk to this many young people in an hour and a half was incredible. I also learned 3 really important things that day. Number 1,
Wow.
donuts are magic. They
Wow.
open the door to conversations that we wouldn't otherwise have. Also,
When did you
young
take
people are not apathetic. They just face the most obstacles to voting and really need our help. Lastly, young people are the most powerful, progressive, and underinvested voting bloc in our country. There are 53 million young people, and 47% are not registered to vote. That's huge. And if we want to save democracy, we must invest them and get them registered to vote. And that is what Donuts and Democracy does. We have had huge success in just over a year. We have hosted we've hosted over 600 events on 160 campuses, 24 states, reaching over 134,000 young voters. And this year, we're doing events all year round. We expect to do over 750 events with your support. And the reason our program has been a success is because number one, it's super cost effective. Donuts are about $2 a piece, and for a 3-hour event at a big university, it only costs $600 to have 300 conversations with young voters. Conversations where they come to you. You're not chasing them down. They are the most fun, most easy conversations. We also work with over 100 existing pro-democracy college campus organizations who are doing great work in must-win states. And lastly, we are filling a gap on the left, and I really want to emphasize this point. Republicans have invested over $1.2 billion in young voters in just the last 5 years. They have outspent the left by 10 to 1. And all the groups we work with have little to no funding. This is in contrast to all the youth groups on the right. Think about Turning Point USA. They have hundreds of millions of dollars. The Democratic Party doesn't even fund College Democrats, its own youth organizing wing. So everything you donate to us goes to supporting them. And in 2026, we're targeting 50 competitive House and Senate races and statewide races, over 50, and we will be mobilizing hundreds of thousands of young voters. And the key to mobilizing young voters is getting them registered to vote. And I want to leave you with one last myth-busting data point. When you get a young person registered to vote, they almost always vote. In 2020, 86% of young people between 18 and 29 voted. In 2024, 82% voted. So if you get them registered to vote, we will get them to the polls. And with your support, we now have a new way to make sure young people get registered to vote. One donut, one conversation, one voter at a time. Thank you so much.
Oh my God, Heather, thank you. This is great. So I just want to change our goal from $5,000 to 1.2 billion tonight. That's it. We're just going to raise 1.2 billion tonight. That's it. That's okay. All right. All right, but here's an interesting question. How do these two organizations, Field Team 6 and Donuts and Democracy, work together? Donuts and Democracy has a no clipboards rule, and Field Team 6 has a no tables rule. How can we possibly work together? And the answer is wagons. Wagons hold donuts. And so for every table where you can see from those videos and from Heather's statistics that donuts on tables work great, well, Field Team 6 volunteers who know how to use clipboards and roam around in the outer back reaches of the quad on a campus, we can register even more folks together. So that's the plan. But wagons cost about $100 each. So it's a good thing this is a fundraiser. Okay, let's see where we are on the donut wheel o dough. All right. And by the way, there are donor levels. If you donate $5,000, you are the Golden Glaze Visionary. If you donate $2,500, that's the Bee's Knees Benefactor. If you donate $500, that's the Cat's Meow Contributor. If you donate $250, that's the Glaze Guru. And if you donate $100, that's the Dough Booster. And if you donate $26, that's the Baker's Double. And if you donate $10, that's the Donut Hole, which I have right here. Okay, so Jason, let's see where we are right now, shall we?
We are at $514.50.
What? We got two slices. We only had one slice the last time we saw this. That's good. That's good. We're up to two different slices now. That's great. Okay. All right. Fantastic. Okay, so I'm going to check back in I don't know, 6 or 8 minutes. Do you think that we can get to 1,000 by then? I think we can. Okay. Esteemed patrons of the Speakeasy, if you've laughed at wait, no, I'm at the wrong place. I was cutting to the end already. That's not right. Here we are. Here we are. Okay. So, my easy Paleasy Speakeasy friends, it's time to refresh your drink and see who among you is not only generous, but downright cultured. With donut trivia. The rules are simple. 3 questions, no Googling, no consulting your emotional support donut for answers. Just type your answers in the chat. First question, nice and easy to get the spud nut rolling. What country introduced donuts to America? They brought over olekooks, literally oily cakes. My doctor says I'm not getting enough oily cakes. All right. Who is going to type it into the chat? Who brought olekooks to America?
We have quite a few answers here.
We've got a lot of answers and no right ones yet. There we go. There we go. Yeah, no, we do have it's the answer is the Dutch. So Denmark does count. That is the correct answer. All right.
No.
No. No, sorry. It's the Dutch who brought it over. Did we get any right answers?
Yeah, well, Wayne?
Wayne.
Somebody
Okay.
wrote Netherlands.
I got it. I'm so
great,
sorry.
great, great.
Kathy got it.
Okay, terrific.
Sorry.
Okay, the next one, how many donuts are made in the US every year? A, 1 million, B, 736 million, C, 10 billion, D, 2.97 kajillion. Choose carefully. This is a nation that takes its pastries very seriously. We've got a lot of C's. A lot of C's, kajillion, Kathy says. Okay. The answer is 10 billion. That is 63 donuts per person. So all of you people out there who don't eat a donut a year, that means that somebody else is eating more than 63 or something like that. I'm not sure how math works. Or geography, apparently. Okay, let's see. The last one. This is the third and final trivia question. Now, don't glaze over. This one earns a prize. Closest answer without going over wins a pack of No Trump stickers from the Field Team 6 store. How many donuts tall is the Statue of Liberty? This is the kind of math they only teach in bakeries. All right. Without going, we're using Price is Right rules. You gotta get the closest answer without going over. And by the way, whoever is the closest is going to get a DM from Danielle so that we can get your address so that we can send you the stickers. All right, everybody should be guessing. How many donuts tall is the Statue of Liberty? We have a lot of guesses here, and I feel like almost all of them are over. All right, let's. All right, do we have any guesses that are below 3,600? Anybody? We seem to be worried about how we're stacking them. Well, we might have to go with a guess. Oh, no, we do. Justin. Justin looks like he is the
Barbara
closest
said
without
2.
going over.
Barbara said 2.
That's not closer than 5,000 to 6,500. Okay. Justin, you are the winner. Danielle's going to reach out to you by DM to get your address, and we're going to send you a packet of No Trump stickers. All right, excellent. We've learned some things tonight. We are a nation deeply devoted to donuts and a Zoom call of folks deeply devoted to democracy. So I'm thinking we can probably part with a few dollars.
956 956 636.
This is a telethon. If we can mute whoever that was, that would be terrific. All right. But before I ask you to dig deep, I want to show you what this work looks like on the ground. Please meet Nora Hart.
My name is Nora Hart, and I'm a junior at the University of Wisconsin-Madison, where I'm studying political science and communication, and where I serve as the advocacy lead for our chapter of Students Demand Action. Growing up in Minnesota, politics were the opposite of a forbidden topic at the dinner table. And while I loved discussing current events, I wanted not just to talk about them, but to be in the action doing my part. That's how I came to be advocacy lead for Students Demand Action. As advocacy lead, I run point on our legislative affairs. While that often looks like lots of research, writing, and meetings, it also involves ensuring that we are mobilizing our student voter base to the fullest extent. The most important part of mobilizing young voters is bringing about salience. If you tell a college student that there's an election on April 7th, chances are they're not thinking about it as April 7th, the Tuesday, when they have classes and work. That means that when Tuesday the 7th rolls around, they're not thinking about how to vote, but rather about the lectures they've got and the midterm they need to study for. This lack of salience is doubly true for off-cycle elections like this April's Wisconsin Supreme Court election. Last spring, for the Supreme Court race between Susan Crawford and Brad Schimmel, in an effort to build salience, our campus was covered in donuts. My chapter of Students Demand Action worked in tandem with our College Democrats, Planned Parenthood, and many more organizations to get out the vote. And we absolutely could not have done it without Donuts and Democracy providing thousands and thousands of donuts and pizzas. Because for every donut, every slice of pizza, we helped a student make a plan to vote and understand what was at stake. The result? We had the highest voter turnout ever recorded on campus. Justice Crawford won, and we obtained a liberal majority on the court. This spring, we need to repeat those results. This election is crucial. We need to keep the majority in order to protect our fair maps, our right to choose, and our ability to protect our state from gun violence. To keep the majority, Chris Taylor needs to win. To win, Chris Taylor needs college students. And to get college students, we need donuts. Donuts bring people to our tables and allow us to engage voters who might not otherwise be participating in the election. The UW-Madison campus is a pocket of 50,000 voters, some 30,000 of which are students. What we need from you is support to activate those students. And we're working against the clock. The week leading up to Election Day is our spring break. It's lost time for mobilizing voters. Students won't be on campus. That means that Election Day efforts are doubly important. We need a high-energy effort to get out the vote on Monday the 6th and Election Day the 7th. The best way to make that high energy happen is through incentives like donuts. Your support helps student organizers like me to mobilize our peers in crucial elections like this one. Together, we can ensure that Wisconsin holds that liberal majority on the court. Thank you.
Okay, so did you see the calendar that Nora was talking about? That's this coming Monday and Tuesday. That's the day before the election and the election. This is an election that's literally happening a couple of days from now. And Heather, can you come up on screen with me for just a second? I know this is not part of the plan, but just come up. Okay, great. If we raise money tonight, could you get donuts to Wisconsin for this election on Monday and Tuesday?
Absolutely. Yes. And actually, it would really help because one of the things that we do with the groups that we're working with, like College Dems, Planned Parenthood, Students Demand Action, is the more we can provide them, the longer they stay out, tabling all day. So last year, they picked up donuts at 6 a.m. They stayed out till 7 p.m. They made sure students got there, and we did all kinds of fun things to keep the day going. So yes, it's hugely impactful. And everyone's support would make a big difference. And it's not just in Madison, we're doing it all over the state of Wisconsin.
I'm going to ship my donut to Nora.
Great. That might be a little stale, though. I don't know. I'd rather get them fresh donuts. So.
It's blue. It's blue. I got a blue donut because I thought that would be important. Okay. Yeah. All right. Thank you for coming up. Thank you so much. I think that should be the plan, guys. We're going to raise money tonight, and Heather is going to get donuts to Nora for Monday and Tuesday. Okay. Cameron Batista is a community leader and undergraduate junior at Arizona State University studying mathematics, political science, and justice studies. With experience in community organizing, political consulting, and political analysis, he currently serves as political director for Keep Arizona Blue, focused on Gen Z voter registration, engagement, and turnout. Cameron is deeply passionate about civic engagement, public service, and public policy, specifically working to include young people in political decision making. Please welcome Cameron.
Hello, everybody. Thank you so much for having me on. Again, my name is Cameron Batista. I am lucky to be the political director of an organization called Keep Arizona Blue Student Coalition, and we are very, very proud partners of Donuts and Democracy. A little bit about us. So we started in 2021 when President Joe Biden won Arizona by just 10,700 votes. It was razor-thin margins. And we realized that while there was a coordinated Students for Biden campaign and coordinated efforts to get young voters out for the presidential election, there weren't those same efforts for down ballot races like our state ledge races, our countywide races, our school board and city council races. And so we realized we had to do something. Since then, we have built this organization to send out texts, social media ads, organize on multiple community college university campuses across the state of Arizona. And it has been extremely helpful to have Heather and Donuts and Democracy on our side. Now, I want to show you a little bit of what we are up against when we organize on campus. You may see that you may have heard of this organization called Turning Point USA. And here in Arizona, while we may be one of the swing states with the closest margins and one of the most important swing states, if I do say so myself, we are also the birthplace of Turning Point USA. And let me tell you, they don't go easy on the organizing. You'll see here, they are hosting major events, handing out hats, shirts, merchandise. I remember on ASU campus, Arizona State University, we have the largest public university in the nation. They were handing out raising canes to get young people to come up to their tables and engage them for Republicans up and down the ballot. And we know that in 2024 that we have some making up to do. But, you know, we are organizing and we are building ways to counter that. And I want to show you how we're doing that. You'll see it's important now more than ever that we invest in creative ways to engage young voters and fun ways to bring them to tables. And that's exactly what Donuts and Democracy is doing. You'll see here, we work to have some fun events. So, for example, this past February, we had a huge voter registration push with a Love Your Vote movement. And we partnered with Donuts and Democracy to hand out donuts, energy drinks, and get people involved. For March, the entire month of March, we did March Madness. We handed out little basketballs and basketball decorated donuts, and we were just able to engage young voters because these donuts are just magic. I just can't tell you they are magic. And you know, we started working with Donuts and Democracy back in the fall of 2024, and we always say we wish they were around earlier because it has been life-changing in so many ways. Donuts open the door to a conversation. It brings a student on campus who would otherwise be uninterested, who wouldn't want to engage in politics, who may be on their way to class. It brings them to our table, to our, information. It allows us to have a conversation, to make plans to vote, to talk about the candidates and the elections running, to talk about how to mail your ballot back in or request a ballot, and all of those important conversations that we wouldn't have been able to have without the donuts, energy drinks, and the support of Donuts and Democracy. And not only that, it allows us to have a steady presence on campus. So many times have I been tabling where I've seen people come up to us and say, hey, my friend told me about you. I wanted to come and get a donut, or I saw you on social media. I wanted to come and get something. People recognize us as the donut club on campus, which is amazing because it builds trust. We have formed relationships with thousands of students on campus because they've come up, we've had conversations, they keep coming back and learning more about elections. And actually, it's been super, super effective. In 2025, we had a ton of local elections here in Arizona, school bonds and overrides for funding our public schools. We had something to fund our healthcare system in one of our counties. And usually elections like those have decently low turnout rate among 18 to 29-year-olds. We more than quadrupled that because of our efforts working with Donuts and Democracy on campus. We were able to quadruple the voter turnout rate among 18 to 29-year-olds. And so I am so grateful for groups like Donuts and Democracy and Field Team 6 who understand the importance of this movement and the urgency of the moment that we are living in and are supporting groups like mine to register students, engage voters for Democrats up and down the ballot, and really change the world one donut at a time. So thank you so much for having me here. Consider giving to them. They are amazing. We could not do any of this work without them.
Thank you, Cam. Oh, thank you so much, Cameron. Thank you very much. All right, let's look at the clock. What time is it? What time is it?
Time to make the donut. The donut. The donut. The donut. The donut.
That's right. It's time to make the donuts. And let's see how much dough we've raised for donuts. And wagons. Do not forget the wagons. Jason, where are we?
We are at, let me refresh and get the latest update. We're at $1,137.50. So we are right in between slices. Another $113 gets us another slice.
Wow, we get a whole nother slice. We just get another $113. Somebody surely can give us $113 to get us another slice. Surely. Don't call me Shirley. All right. Great. Esteemed patrons, if you've laughed tonight, if you've learned anything, let's see that I'm skipping ahead again. Okay, we've done that. Here we go. Right. If you haven't donated yet, now's the time. And if you have, don't you feel like it's as good as eating a bear claw? Why not feel that good again? Multiple donations are like multiple donuts. Just keep giving until you feel a little queasy. Okay, $5 to $10 gets you in the door, keeps this whole operation running. Remember, every $600 stocks a whole voter drive. With donuts, every $100 gets a new wagon, which can get used for multiple drives, and every $50 gets us 25 donuts. Let's click that link in the chat, and let's watch the dough rise together. Okay, our next speaker is the COO of Donuts and Democracy, a leader with 25 plus years experience in HR, talent acquisition, and people leadership in the communications and professional services world. When she's not championing the causes she believes in, she spends time traveling, hiking, and enjoying her kids and cats. Wondering what it's like for someone to actually donut out there in the field? Here's Michelle, the COO of Donuts and Democracy, to tell us.
Hi, everyone. I'm glad to be here. You've heard a lot about the magic of donuts, and you're going to hear a little bit more from me. But I thought what would be helpful is to give you a little sense of what it's like to be a volunteer with Donuts and Democracy. So I joined after seeing firsthand, honestly, the impact that this organization is having. I attended a campus event in California right before the special election, and I was blown away by the impact of a donut and what this organization is doing. And I actually just did my first wagon, and I had the same experience. So I've done a lot of political volunteering. I've done postcard writing, phone banking, door-to-door canvassing, but this feels different. And part of it is, yes, the donut. I think there is some magic in those sprinkles. And I think that the magic is it disarms people. It breaks down some of the barriers of mistrust that exist right now. And it really just feels different. But of course, it's more than the donuts. As you saw in the video, it's the vibe of the Donuts and Democracy events that I think really make the difference. We bring sunglasses, stickers, but mostly we bring fun. And honestly, politics don't feel fun right now. And this is a great way to engage students and make this feel like a joyful event that they haven't experienced that before. So we create a welcoming space that that students feel more comfortable having conversations about registering to vote, about making a plan to vote, about obstacles they're experiencing when they're thinking about voting, and honestly, just topics that are top of mind for them. So donuts really make a difference to students, but they also make a difference to volunteers. The donuts were a game changer for me. being able to offer something to someone shifted how I engaged with people. It took away some of that awkwardness, that uncomfortableness, and it opened up to really being able to have authentic conversation with students, with young people, in a way that I actually didn't expect. When Heather told me she was doing this event, I was like, yeah, I guess I'll come. And I can't tell you how blown away I was by the impact that I had in a short time. And again, I've done a lot of political volunteering, and this just felt different. The donuts gave me a way to have a more genuine conversation. Again, that was different from other experiences I've had. It's why I joined Donuts and Democracy. It's why I'm volunteering and dedicating my time and energy, because I really do believe that this organization can help us deliver a blue wave. So I hope all of you will not only consider donating, but also getting involved. So now, Dale, back to you.
Thank you, Michelle. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, so tonight, as hard as this may be as hard as this may be to believe, it's not just about donuts. In 2020, Dina Jacobson founded Bake Back Better, an organization that bakes and delivers delicious, fundraising-worthy cupcakes. Since their start, they've baked a belt-whopping 25,000 cupcakes and raised an eye-popping $450,000 for organizations who register voters and protect voting rights. She and her mighty bakers have held 3 separate fundraisers for Field Team 6, and we could not be more grateful. Literally, we could not be. Here she is to tell us about her latest cupcake campaign. Dina.
Thank you, Dale. I've got to tell you, there's only one thing better than a donut, and that's a donut inside of a cupcake. And I'm calling it a dupcake. So we are so excited to partner with Donuts and Democracy this month. They are our chosen wonderful cause, and we're so excited to be supporting the young folks and get them registered to vote. So if you donate $35 or more, you will get a jelly donut cupcake, the Dupcake. Isn't that heaven? And all the proceeds go straight to Donuts and Democracy. We underwrite everything ourselves, so you should feel really, really good about that. And if you want to be extra generous and donate $100 or more, you will also get a jar of strawberry jam made by one of our best volunteers. Everything is homemade in our own kitchens using only the freshest, most delicious ingredients. So we're delivering throughout the Bay Area. And if you don't live in the Bay Area, you should gift a friend in the Bay Area. And if you don't have a friend in the Bay Area, we will deliver your cupcakes to our first responders. You guessed it. This month, we're delivering cupcakes to police stations all throughout the Bay Area because, you know. So anyway, we love what we do. We love supporting Field Team 6, and we love supporting Donuts and Democracy. So give to tonight's fundraiser and then click again, and this will get you real cupcakes.
Thank you so much, Dina. Is it weird to think that cupcakes that taste like donuts are going to raise dollars to buy more donuts? No, it's amazing and hilarious and creative, and it's like a baked good turducken. And no, I'm not going to take the time to explain that joke. Okay, so we've waited long enough. Grab those donuts you brought. Who knows how to use Zoom to raise your hand? Okay, it's under the React button at the bottom of your Zoom screen. If you click on that button, there's a whole bunch of emojis you can click on. But for this next bit, we need you to be able to raise your virtual hand. It's that bar at the bottom of the React pop-up that says, unironically, raise hand. See it? If you can see it, send up some donuts by clicking on the donut. Oh, and people are raising their hands. That's good too. Okay, that works too. All right, good. Excellent. Okay, okay, everybody clear their hands. Clear their hands. The first 3 people who brought a donut, please raise your hand on Zoom by clicking raise hand and also hold up your donuts. All right. I've got 3 donuts. Kathy, do you have a donut? Oh, it's a picture of a donut. All right, so that's close. Oh, there's a donut in there? Is there a donut in there? I think I'm going to go with Barbara, Joanne, and Deb. Okay, but I do need 2 judges. So the first 2 people to send up donuts as a reaction are going to become our judges. That's Kathy. Who's my second judge? Dun, 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 dun. I don't have anybody else to send up a donut. Send up a donut. Send up a donut. Yeah, go ahead. Let's bring up our folks with donuts. It's Joanne, I believe. Yep, bring up Joanne and Deb. All right, Dina, I think you should be a judge. Dina, will you be a judge?
Be glad to. I couldn't find the raise hand.
Okay, that's fine. Well, let's bring up Dina and Kathy as our judges. All right, terrific. Now we've all heard of where's Kathy? We need Kathy up here. Kathy R. There she is. Terrific. Okay, Dina and Kathy, you are my judges. Joanne, Deb, and Barbara, you are our donut eating contestants. You've all heard of a donut eating contest where you try to eat as many donuts as you possibly can. This is different. This is different. What you are to do in this contest is eat it with the most panache, the most style. And our judges are going to judge you and figure out which one of you has the most style.
Hold on. I can only see Joanne and Barbara.
What's that?
Who are we supposed to be looking at?
You should see them on your screen right now. Deb, Barbara, and Joanne. They should all be
yeah,
on
I
your
see
screen.
Deb. Okay. But I don't see your donut.
Deb, where's your donut? There it is.
You're
Okay.
losing points, Deb.
Okay. Okay, so are we ready? In 3.
Wait a minute. What do the judges do?
You are judging them on their style, their panache as they eat a donut. You get to decide who has the most style as they eat their donut. Are you ready?
And how do we indicate that? Are we supposed to send some
You're going to make
emoji
this
in the
up, Kathy. That's the fun of it. You're going to make it up. Are you ready?
Sure.
Bribe
Here we
me,
go.
people. Bribe me. I accept them.
Here we go. And begin eating with style. Begin eating with style. Barbara's not eating. Oh, there we go. She's pretending to eat. All right. We are going to choose one of our contestants as the most stylish. So, Dina and Kathy, who is our third least panacheful eating donut contestant?
Sorry to say, but it's Barbara.
It is Barbara. Okay, so
you didn't even start.
okay.
Sorry, Barbara.
Very good. And then who would be our second most stylish donut eater contestant?
Do I pick this time?
Would that be Deb or Joanne?
You go, Dina.
It's a fight to the death.
I think it's Deb. I just feel more enthusiasm from Joanne.
Oh my. Oh my. Okay,
I'm sorry,
Joanne.
Deb. You tried.
Joanne.
It's the pinky. I was going to go with
Joanne, it's the pinky. It's the pinky. Okay, wonderful. You have won our donut eating contest. And yes, you will get a prize. Okay.
Can we
Let's
eat
see.
the rest of our donuts now?
Yes, you can. You absolutely can. All right. Danielle, no need to reach out to Joanne. She is the head of our concierge team for our great registration race, which is our in-person voter registration program. We have her contact information, and I can get her prize. No problem. All right, Jason, it's time for us to check in on where we are on the big donut wheel of dough.
Allow me to hit refresh.
Oh, let's do that.
Here we go. Oh, faulty refresh. Here we go. We are up to $1,230, $20 shy of one more
Oh
slice.
my gosh, we're $20 shy of another slice. Somebody needs to give us $20. Please, for the love of God. I feel like that Chris Farley.
Paul Lind is back.
What's that?
Paul Lind is back.
That's right. Yeah, it was Paul Lind doing the Hurley boy.
We are at 12:30. We're stalled out. People are in a donut coma, unable to generate the energy to click.
All right, who loves donuts? Who loves sprinkles on their donuts? Let's sprinkle some donor love by clicking on the donate button in the chat. As Homer Simpson likes to say, donuts. All right. Well, did we get $20, Jason?
Refreshing. One more time. Not yet.
Oh, somebody's going to do it. I feel it. Somebody must.
Oh, I just
Somebody
donated.
must.
Something's
What's that?
must.
What's happening?
Hey, all right, we are over.
Woo-hoo-hoo. All right, we got another slice on the donut. Hooray, hooray, hooray. Okay. Let us find it before you write another. I know somebody's writing a check out there. Before you write another zero on that check, please meet Kevin Jones. We're not hearing anything there, Jeff. We're going to try that again, this time with sound. And meet Kevin Jones.
Hi everyone, my name is Kevin Jones. I am a second-year political science major. I attend Hampton University, and I am a president of the Voters of Tomorrow chapter at Hampton University. Just this past semester, for the Virginia governor's race, we were able to register over 900 first-time voters, many of those who are freshmen who had otherwise not been registered to vote and not been engaged in the civic process of voting. We're also able to overcome numerous different challenges, creating a polling location at our university.
Hampton University students have a new polling precinct on its campus.
A round of applause and cheers from the crowd after a unanimous vote.
We had to negotiate with university administration, Virginia administration, and also the Hampton City Board of Elections in order to make sure there were no roadblocks for university students from carrying out their civic engagement. Donuts and Democracy has been one of our biggest tools when trying to organize our campus at Hampton University. And I will tell you, we have been able to register way more students and engage way more students at Hampton University than we would have been without donuts. For example, we had so many different dorm chats. We were able to go and contact those students, bring them donuts and be like, hey, all you have to do is come to this session. We're going to give you some information about registering. Please come. And the second they saw the donuts, they came in numbers. So I can attest to this. And I'm just so appreciative. And I speak on behalf of the entire chapter here at Hampton University of Voters for Tomorrow and every student organizer at Hampton University that Donuts and Democracy has really made a difference in the work that we're trying to do.
Awesome. Kevin is awesome. Donuts and democracy are awesome. Okay, we're about to heat the fryer up and drop this dough in. This tonight is not just about donating. It's also about seeing if any one of you know of anyone or would like to get involved yourself, because there are volunteer opportunities that you can sign up for and go and be part of this donut registration extravaganza at all sorts of different places. So just check in the chat. There is a link that's getting put in the chat right now. If you want to sign up, go ahead and sign up, and then we will feed you more information, no pun intended, on volunteering for these donut voter registration drives. How about that? There it is. Volunteer sign up link right there in the chat. Terrific. All right. And then let's play that little video, which is about volunteering to get you inspired. Uh-oh, yeah, there we go.
If you think we're in a fix, get in touch with Field Team 6, cause we have got our work cut out to do. If you feel we're in a bind, bring your heart and bring your mind, and let's turn our country blue. That's the power of a volunteer. Calling all my friends far and near. Democracy needs you, volunteer blue. It sure feels good, please, if good, volunteer blue. When our voices come together, this whole country's a little bit better. Our democracy depends on you. If you think we're in a fix, get in touch with Field Team 6. And if you're already here, thank you.
That video was written and performed by volunteers. It was edited by volunteers, and it showed volunteers doing voter registration and writing postcards and doing all of the other things that we do here at Field Team 6. I do just want to make mention of one thing, which is why is it so important that we do in-person voter registration to register people that are 18 to 29? The answer is that there is so very little data on them. As you probably know, Field Team 6 does a whole bunch of outreach using data. We actually have over 40 million records in our database right now. And we are hoping to reach literally over 15 million people in the remainder of this cycle. But guess how many people are in the 18 to 24 and 18 to 29 age range in our data? It's about 1%. There's almost no data available on young people, which is why it's so important to do this in person. So if you are interested in helping get more youth registered, it's really a matter of money at this point. We have the interest, we have the capability, we have the partnership with Donuts and Democracy. What we don't have is the money. So write a check, and to help you get inspired, we are going to have something that has never happened in the history of this democracy. It is the Doughmocracy dance. I hope there's music that goes with this. Is there any music that goes with this? I guess you have to provide your own music in your head. There it is. It's the dance of Doughmocracy.
Wow.
Thank you so much, Doughmocracy dance person. You are awesome. Okay, if that doesn't inspire you to give, I don't know what will. Thank you, Doughmocracy dance man. Okay, we need to do a check-in on uh, our contributions here. Can Doughmocracy Dance Man also share screen and tell us where we are in the
Yes, he
in the
can.
fundraising?
Yes, he can. We are. So, okay, big reveal. It's me, Jason.
Who knew? Who knew?
We are currently at $1,343.
Oh my gosh, that's great. That's great. Okay,
Sprinkles.
so does
Sprinkles are raining from my face.
Does anyone want to take the bee's knees benefactor with $1,000? We don't have anybody taking that. Be the first to claim it. Anybody? $1,000? That could buy 500 donuts. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. Linda Salas wants to get your donut outfit. So, Jason, if you can DM her and maybe suggest a donation, you could probably ship that to her. Those sprinkles look like question mark? Okay, the bee's knees. Who wants to donate at $1,000? The sprinkles, I think, are real. I'm pretty sure, or they're possibly pink Cheetos. It's not clear. All right. Anybody at the Cat's Meow contributor? $500. $500. The Cat's Meow. Meow. Anybody? Anybody? All right. Anybody? Jason, you are refreshing, I'm assuming, as we go.
I'm always refreshing.
Yeah, you are. Yeah, you are. You're like a mint. You're like an after-dinner mint.
I'm a human mojito.
You're possibly also like parsley.
I'm shedding.
All right.
I'm shedding sprinkles. We are at 1343 right now.
Nice. Okay, we've also got the Glaze Guru. That's 250. Who wants to join two anonymous donors who have both given 250 tonight? Who wants to join those folks? Anybody? There's a link in the chat right now. Does $50 a month count as a larger donation? Yes, it absolutely does. Thank you for asking that question, Linda. Yes, recurring donations are always helpful, as you know. We have quite a few recurring donors that give any amount of money. Sometimes it's $5, $10, sometimes $25, $100 a month. All of it helps. Every single dollar helps. Why recurring donors are so important? Because that allows us to help plan for the future. It's very, very difficult to make plans if you never know when the check is going to come. So if for those recurring donors, we know that they're going to be donating that much each month. That helps us plan. Super helpful. Okay. Has anybody donated at the 250, the Glaze Guru level? Anybody want to donate there and join our two anonymous donors? Okay. It's time to jump to 100. I have a whole bunch of 100 donors. Dina Jacobson, Helen Smisko, Cecily Young, Catherine Rawl, Alex Demis, and two anonymous. Amazing. Those are 100 or slightly over. Thank you so much. Three anonymous donors. Thank you so much. All right. This is our last big hurrah. We're over time. It's 4 minutes past the hour. We've gotten an hour and 2 minutes into this donut speakeasy. I finished my whiskey a while ago. It's just water at the bottom now. What are you drinking there, Donut Man?
Milk. It goes with me.
It really does. It
It'll
really
wash me
does.
down.
Okay. Any final words? Any final words? Let's bring Heather up here. Any final words from Heather?
I was just gonna say that, I, over the last 10 years, have donated a lot of money to lots of organizations, campaigns, and over the last, I would say, 5 or 6 years, the thing that I really learned was that supporting grassroots organizing is literally the most cost effective. Most of these organizations are mostly volunteer run or certainly volunteer fueled. And I also know that I have spent years trying to figure out where I can make the most impact. And I feel so grateful that realized it was young voters. We spend a lot of time trying to chase like the little segment of swing voters when we have literally millions and millions of young voters for the most progressive group. Every poll shows that right now. They are the most down on Trumpism. And they are the ones who also face the most obstacles to voting. Trump's executive order on mail-in voting, the SAVE Act, those are the things that will impact young voters who are also the most diverse group. And that is why they're doing this. They know exactly who they're blocking from voting. One of our organizers is at the largest HBCU in the country. They took away their polling location this year. Kevin Jones, who you heard from, people are always yelling about Democrats, like, why doesn't anyone do anything? There are all these people doing this stuff. I mean, everyone on this call, you guys all know this, but like, we need more people to know this. Like, Kevin Jones was a freshman and spent a year lobbying to get a polling location at an HBCU in the one of two swing districts in the entire state of Virginia. That is grassroots organizing. That is the work that saves democracy. It's not flashy, it doesn't go viral, but it is the work that makes all the difference. So my ask for everyone today is to spread the word about the work that we're all doing, the work that we're going to do with Field Team 6 to get not just young organizers out there, but also to get volunteers who are all our age and older able to do work on college campuses. That is the donut wagon. It's going to be incredible. We did it for No King's Day. Every single volunteer who did it said it was incredible. People came to them. People wanted to talk to them. That's huge. It's also joyful, which Michelle talked about. And the thing is, the work that Field Team 6 has been doing for years is the key. If you don't get people registered to vote, you're going to spend all this money on mobilization when you have all these people sitting on the sidelines. Like, get people registered to vote. The stats are really clear. In 2020, 91% of registered voters voted. So when you hear 90 million people didn't vote in 24, that's not a lot of registered voters. Almost all of them are not registered voters. So let's get the people that we know that are progressive and pro-democracy, pro-choice, pro-climate action. Let's get them registered to vote. They're young people and they want us to show up for them. We can't just keep saying young people are going to save the future and not show up for them. And I can tell you as a mom, I can tell you that my kids who are both Gen Z, like, it makes a difference to them for them to see other people our age show up for them. And you know what? The Republicans know it, which is why they have been investing money. It's why Turning Point USA has 2,000 chapters on college and high school campuses. We can talk all day long about the perfect candidate and the perfect messenger, but at the end of the day, if we don't build the infrastructure and register Democrats, it doesn't matter who the candidate is. We have to get the voters there. So I'm so grateful to all of you for coming tonight. I'm so grateful to Field Team 6 for like really supporting our work, for wanting to jump in and partner with us so that we can give more opportunities to volunteers who volunteered with Field Team 6 for years to make an impact and to unleash a blue wave this year. So thank you everybody for being here. I really appreciate it.
Thank you, Heather. Thank you so much. So while we run through the thank yous to everybody who's participated tonight, please grab that link to donate in the chat and send it to somebody that you know that couldn't make it tonight. And also maybe grab that volunteer link for yourself or for somebody else who might want to participate. But I do want to send a big thank you, parting words to all of the volunteers who participated in the No Kings events with the wagons. I think several of the ones for Field Team 6 are here tonight. I want to thank our Field Team 6 events team, our production team, our editors. I want to thank Donuts and Democracy, Heather and Michelle, but also everybody on their team. I want to thank Dina and Bake Back Better and all of her donors and bakers and delivery drivers who are going to be baking and delivering all of these donut flavored cupcakes to help raise more money for buying donuts to register more Democrats. I want to thank all of you who have attended, all of the donors who have donated tonight, and I want to thank all of our guest speakers who have brought such context, such inspiration to this conversation. So thank you, thank you, thank you. By the way, I'm just going to ask Doughmocracy Dancer Man one question here at the end. When we hang up this Zoom, can you still donate?
I thought you were going to ask if I have a date. Yes, I'm not changing. I'm not going to change either. Going straight to the movie theater. You can still donate. You can absolutely still donate. And that is such a great idea to just, if everyone sends that link to just one person, just think of, someone sympathetic to the cause who might be able to help. Tell them that you donated. That's even bigger, and that will help, just get us where we need to be. Also, just the final update, we're at $1,468. Thank you so much. No one, I bet, on this call is a billionaire. And this money is really meaningful. Thank you so much. Thank you.
If you are a billionaire, it's not too late.
If you're a billionaire, you've failed at this call. You really need to donate a lot more.
Thank you, everybody. It's time for you to finish your donuts. Deb, did you already do it? Did you already finish?
This is cannibalism. Eating my cousin.
Oh, dear. You've gone off the rails. All right, everybody send up some donuts on the way out.